Central. We're glad you're with us. Bill Ripken is our +1. Time now for Baseball Banter, presented by Banana Boat. Washington National outfielder Alex Call, good enough to join us here to begin hour number 2. Alex, good morning. How are you?
Morning, guys. Doing great. How are you guys?
We're doing great. Hey, there's a lot to jump in here, but first of all, I love the Stars and Stripes headband, and more importantly, I love what you do defensively out in the outfield. What is your philosophy and how much pride do you take in your defense?
I mean, it's a big part of my game. That's what I pride myself on, trying to get good jumps, trying to make plays for our guys and, help our pitchers out in any way I can. It's all about just trying to make those plays and being ready each pitch is what I pride myself on.
Alex, defense is cute, but you found the power chord recently. Starting to hit some bombs. What are we working on?
Yeah, really, it's just about trying to find the right flow. I've been able to get some hits here throughout the start of the year, and it's not like I'm trying to hit home runs. I'm really just trying to hit the ball over the second baseman's head. Yeah. Second baseman's feet is what I think. But I knew I'm good for 2 or 3 every 100 at bats. So when I went about 130, however many it was, without one, I was like, man, is this gonna ever happen or whatever? But so it was nice to get a few in the seats.
Alex, before you came on, Nathan Research was saying great chase rate, not a lot of swing and miss, makes you such a tough out. How much do you pay attention to the numbers versus just the feel of it?
Well, for me, it's all about getting a good pitch. I think at the most basic part of baseball, you got to swing at strikes and take the balls, obviously. But that's easier said than done, and especially when you got guys throwing nasty stuff, high velo, extension, spin rate, all this stuff. It's like I got to find a way to execute my plan and get my pitch. So I do a lot of time on Win Reality on the Oculus, watching the pitchers before the game, locking in, taking thousands of pitches, trying to get my reps in so that it just becomes second nature. So when it's my time to be in the box, I know what I'm going to get, and I know that I'm going to swing within the zone.
With learning all that and understanding that, what's your go-to? What's your drill? The tee, the soft toss, machine, what do you got going every single day?
I have been known to take, a fair amount of swings, on our team. So I go tee, flips, overhand, then machine.
So all of the above is what you do every day.
But what it's about for me is it's all about the ball flight. So every time that I hit it, I want it to be low, and I want it to be right back up the middle. So if something's off there, like if I'm hitting the ball too high or if I'm hitting the ball too low, that's where it all starts for me. And I just have to go back to just right back at him, and I'll know where my swing's at based on my ball flight right away.
What about the ball flight on that hit off the bat of Brandon Nimmo that you robbed? Did you get a good jump off it? Did you see it? Did you know it from at bat?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know wasn't a whole lot of time of ball in the air time. Yeah. But every pitch I'm trying to think like, this is Game 7 of the World Series, and if I can have that mentality on every pitch, it's going to give me the chance to go make those plays, and you're ready for everyone, because you could go multiple games in a row without having to make a great play outside of the routine play. But for me, the more times that I can get in that mindset, in that frame of mind, I'm going to be able to go make those plays. And it's hard, though,
because
because
that tough? Game 7, every single play?
Exactly.
Oh, my gosh.
It's really hard.
I'd be lying to you if I told you that.
Yeah. It's really hard because the game goes on. You got people yelling at you. You get out. You do all these different things. But I'm not going to be perfect with it, but if that's my focus and I realize, I wasn't there on that pitch, it locks me in for the next one and say, okay, now I'm ready to go get this ball. Now I can be in that Game 7 mindset. And so if I try to grade myself each pitch on like, okay, how was my prep? Was I on time? Was I in Game 7 mindset? So that just gives me the best chance.
Robert, ask him the question we really want to know the answer to.
Well, okay, so I know we found out last week that your teammate, Jose Ferrer, is trying to learn the saxophone. And we saw some video of it, and I'm going to give credit to one of our producers who grew up playing the saxophone, like yourself, Alex, and he pointed out immediately that Jose in this shot has his mouthpiece upside down. So, with your expertise in all things woodwinds,
Can't have that happen.
No.
I was wondering if you've given him some tips, considering
man.
your background with the saxophone.
Come on, you played sax?
Yeah, I played the alto sax all the way through freshman year of high school, actually.
I mean, look, with that face, this
I was
dude
gonna
comes
say,
in.
you knew what you were doing.
This dude comes in playing Careless Whisper.
Is that the move in the bar?
Careless-
Like all of a sudden,
careless-
oops,
hey.
I got my sax.
Just happen to have
When
my
I-
saxophone with me.
When I heard the intro to Careless Whisper as a kid, like, I was like, what is that noise? Like, I want to learn how to play that. That is truly what set it off for me. And so Ferrer getting into the saxophone is the greatest thing ever because, like, I didn't know, like, oh, did he play as a kid like I did? Or is he just, like, randomly picking this up? He's randomly picking this up. So, as you can see, mouthpiece upside down, not, you know, the traditional sense of how we're going to start. You know, and it's tough, you know, maybe a little bit of a language barrier. It's tough to say. I don't know what ligature is really in Espanol. So I'll try to give him the best tips that I can. But it's great to see him with it coming around. He brings it on the plane, brings it everywhere.
Oh,
so
that
he's
sounds
dedicated.
something.
He's dedicated to it.
Hey, what do you think is the best sax feature in a song of all time? I mean, you mentioned Careless Whisper was kind of the genesis of your love of the instrument.
Well, yes, I would say it's got to be Careless Whisper. I walked out to that in Low A. I actually walked out to Baker Street as well.
Of course
when
you
I was
did.
in rookie ball. So Baker Street's another good one. But, you know, I know Kenny G plays he doesn't play the alto, but, man, I love throwing on his record every time I'm trying to relax a little bit.
Yeah.
While we're on the topic of music, what's a guilty pleasure song that you listen to? You got a little Taylor Swift? What do you got, Alex? Let us know.
You know, I just go straight to Brandon Lake, honestly. That he's my guy. I got to see him in concert in D.C. He's got great music. You know, I love the worship aspect of it, and so I got to go with Brandon Lake.
I'm going to go Sabrina Carpenter.
I'm sure you are.
That's just me.
I saw her in the
No shame,
Grammys.
no shame.
You weirdo.
What'd you have for breakfast?
That's the question, D-Ro.
There we
You know,
go.
I've been watching Central for a long time. I played 6 years in the minor leagues, back all the way to the Matty V days, and so I was sitting in my, you know, Low A apartment, and I was watching Central, and I'm watching D-Ro ask the signature question all the time. I'm like, man, you know, I have a great breakfast every day.
Okay.
I have, you know, 3 eggs with 3 additional whites and a bowl of apple cinnamon oatmeal every day. That's what I was crushing back then. I've you know, basically gotten even with the eggs now. But every day, apple cinnamon oatmeal and some eggs is basically what I'm rocking.
Well,
so.
I don't want to burst your bubble,
Don't
Alex.
tell him that oatmeal's not good for him.
But oatmeal spikes the insulin. So
Just let him live.
It could be a
Does it-
borderline
does it look
scam.
like it's
No,
hurting him?
He's locked in, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He's eating egg whites and playing the
he's fine.
saxophone. He's
Do
fine.
your research on the oatmeal, because I was on it big, too.
Okay, now
I'm
for the
fine with that.
question, Alex, that Lauren did such a poor job of explaining to you during the break. It's time for fun in the field rituals celebrated by Banana Boat. Alex, do you have any favorite rituals? Maybe a teammate. What do you think?
You know, I don't know if I would call them rituals, but it's just routine. Like every day before the game, listen to the same song, do the same warm-up, do the same stretches, do the same sprints, and, you know, just get ready for the game. So got to make sure everything's in order. You know, sometimes if I got a hit the night before, I'll think about, okay, did I wear these shoes or did I wear these shoes or did whatever.
Yeah.
I don't like it when that happens, but, you know, it's part of the game.
Well,
You're a
Alex,
stud, dude.
yeah, good luck
Thanks
to
for
you
coming
in the
on.
Nationals
Keep
today.
going.
Thank you very much for joining us here. We'll have to have you on again real soon.
All right, appreciate it, guys.
That's
Thanks
Alex
for having me.
Call of the Washington Nationals. They're taking on the New York Mets a little bit later this
happened to have my
afternoon
saxophone.
at Citi Field. Mike Soroka, Kodai
When in
Senga.
doubt.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're guaranteed it's over.
I mean, that's the PD. It's
Get
what-
in line.
it's the PD.
He probably
Every-
doesn't need that ice
every-
cube
Lauren,
time.
it's guaranteed.
every single time.
I also play a saxophone. You get back to your apartment, you whip out the saxophone game.
No, that's too much.
To
No, 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 no,
experience
no, no,
one
no,
of
no.
baseball's biggest
No,
rituals,
it's
please
overkill.
scan
Rob Lowe,
the
say
QR
that.
code or